Manchester United, and Arsenal interested in Barcelona's Ferran Torres. Uncertainty over his role and form opens the door to a possible summer move. There is a familiar hum around Ferran Torres again, and it is getting louder as the season heads toward its decisive stretch. FC Barcelona are once again reportedly considering selling the forward, despite moments over the years where it seems that the situation had finally been settled. Clubs across Europe are said to keeping a close eye on how things unfold over the next few months. According to Team Talk, both Manchester United and Arsenal tracking the forward ahead of the summer window. At Old Trafford, the idea is tied to squad reshaping, especially with doubts surrounding the future of Joshua Zirkzee. Ferran is seen as a flexible option across the front line, someone who can move between roles rather than anchor a single position. Meanwhile, it is said that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has admired Ferran for years, dating back to his development in Spain and his time in England. If the opportunity presents itself, Arsenal would reportedly at least consider making a move. But England is not the only direction being discussed. In Spain, Atletico Madrid have been mentioned as a possible destination, particularly as they look ahead to life for Antoine Griezmann. In Italy, Inter have also been linked, even in scenarios involving a larger deal that could include a swap for Alessandro Bastoni. Ferran's early season surge briefly pushed Robert Lewandowski out of the spotlight, but that momentum has faded. At Camp Nou, the question is whether he truly fits the team, and whether he's consistent enough to become a full-time starter. One goal in his last 15 appearances has shifted the tone from optimism to a debate around the striker position and who to sign. Joan Laporta said during the election campaign that he would like both the Polish legend and Ferran to stay, but decisions will likely hinge on performance and the offers that arrive. Other clubs may be able to use him in this manner, which could benefit him. Whereas for obvious reasons, we haven't, and I was happy that he focused on being a full-time St. 2. If he gets the proposal of a guaranteed important role in that regard, then I can see how it may be tempting. I'm definitely not going to write off what he has done for us in the 80% of the time he has been a street, and I am setting that as a baseline for the level he could reach again, and I'm sure other interested clubs will do that too, either for us or for another club. Just like in the other thread, despite his contract situation, the right decisions must be made in that regard when it comes to continuity or selling without getting lowballed. Anything involving Ferran leaving and a still substantial fee being paid for Julian is a no-no IMO. For other strikers, the situation becomes different, and it becomes a question of what we do with Louis as well. You also cannot rule out continuity, no matter how many coolers aren't on board with that right now, especially since things can change so quickly. Obviously, the most important thing right now is that he has a strong end to the season, because it will strengthen his claim he wants to stay and compete for the spot, and will help his overall value the most. According to Team Talk, the Catalan side are open to either a sale or a potential swap deal involving the Spain international, with intermediaries already sounding out possible destinations. Arsenal are also said to be monitoring the situation closely. Torres, who previously spent 2 seasons at Manchester City before joining Barcelona in 2022, has become an important part of the squad. He has scored 15 goals this season, and has often been used centrally under Hansi Flick, with Lamine Yamal, Rafinha and Marcus Rashford occupying the wide roles. Despite past interest from Arsenal, the 26-year-old has previously been reluctant to return to the Premier League. However, with his contract running until 2027 and no imminent progress on a renewal, his long-term future at Camp Nou is now uncertain. Barcelona's financial situation continues to shape their transfer strategy. Plans to pursue high-profile targets, such as Julian Alvarez, are complicated by budget limitations, while the club are also considering extending Rashford's loan, potentially delaying any permanent deal until 2027. In this context, Torres has emerged as a potential asset in negotiations. Barcelona have explored swap options with both Manchester United and Atletico Madrid, as they look for creative solutions to rebalance their squad and finances.